war ready. I'm war ready. We 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 war ready. Strapped up and I'm ready. Strapped up and I'm ready. If this a problem on a 50 where you can catch me, my squad always with me, my squad always with me. You mags, you can't hit me, I swear we too shifty. Lift the weight so we war ready, on the field so we game ready. In the gym we battle ready, come kick off, you know we ready.
Welcome to Battle Ready, the official video magazine of the New York Patriots collegiate football program. We are now at the start of the season. The New York Patriots had an awesome offseason, a lot of new pickups, a lot of great news that's coming down the pipe, including some interesting things on the schedule. So the first thing that we're going to cover today is the schedule and who the opponents for this upcoming season are. So after their first week matchup with the New York Red Mambas, Week 2, the Maine Wolverines up at Freeport High School in Portland, Maine. Last year, the then Notre Dame Cobras took on the New York Patriots, and the Patriots went up there and got a win. This year, it's a little bit different a scenario where they're playing much earlier in the season, and we know that the Wolverines have been retooled and refueled, and they will definitely be a challenge for this Patriot team. After that, they take on May 20th, the Mount Vernon Kings over at Pelham Bay Park. The Kings and the Patriots have a really dynamic relationship. In year one, the New York Patriots and the Kings actually combined forces, and the Kings staff joined the New York Patriots along with a few players, and they competed in the TFL season. So Coach Rod and Coach Mark, former New York Patriot staff members, now back with the Mount Vernon Kings, are the Week 3 opponent, and that should be an interesting one as well. That's Sunday, May 20th, over at Pelham Bay Park. That's a 5 o'clock p.m. kickoff, prime time. So the following week, the Patriots are back on the road outside of the Bronx area, and they head up to Hartford, Connecticut, to take on the Hartford Colts. This game is one of the games that we should figure out exactly what the Patriots have in terms of the competitive level. Good mix of competition, a heavy dose of competition toward the back end of the schedule, where the Patriots and the Admirals will be doing battle up in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Should be a really good one. Myself, I have some family up there, and we'll definitely get some interviews and talk to them and to get a little bit of a family reunion up there, which should be fun. And speaking of family reunions, the very following week, June 10th, which is a Sunday, we're back down in Princeton, New Jersey, my old high school, West Windsor Plainsboro High School, for the New Jersey Pirates. Coach Malave and the guys down there. Last year was a great game, went back and forth, and this year, again, a great organization, right up the alley of what we're trying to do here at the New York Patriots. The following week, we have June 16th, the Southern Vermont Storm. They are the defending single-A champion of the NEFL, and that'll be up in Bennington, Vermont. Following that, June 23rd, we are back in the Bronx hosting the Boston Panthers. That game was just confirmed. It's a home game, Saturday night under the lights at 161st Street, 6:30 p.m. kickoff. The following weeks, we have the Queens Huskies on June 30th, in the rematch of the split last year between the Patriots and the Huskies. Patriots won the first game, Huskies won the second game. Both games were pretty close. The following week, the July 7th weekend, Taiwan Anthony, one of the great owners and the great people in minor league football, brings his New York Crusaders. Actually, we go to see the New York Crusaders out in Brooklyn. We'll give you the specifics in terms of what field they're using for that one. But yeah, we'll be heading out to see the Crusaders on July 7th. And then a couple weeks off, and then we are into our Canadian series. July 28th, the Phoenix up in Quebec, Canada, the Trois-Rivières area. We'll be doing some simulcasting in French, which should be very interesting, a lot of fun. and then a rematch of the International Border Bowl the following week as the Patriots take on the Niagara Regional Raiders. The schedule winds up with August 25th date with the Jersey Coast Academy Jaguars, and the following week, September 23rd, against the Johnson and Wales University on September 23rd, just a couple weeks later. The game that we were supposed to have, which was supposed to be the week 2 opponent with the Umoja Dragons, the Dragons had some travel issues. They are attempting to get back on the schedule, possibly in early August, but we will update you when that comes about. 8 players that are registered, paid, and through one way or another playing with us this year. Have another 7 or so prospects. We're going to end up having in or around 55 active players, which means our travel roster should be around 35 to 40 guys, depending on people's availabilities or what have you, which was our aiming point for this year. A few things that have occurred during the course of the training camp. We've expanded our coaching staff. Coach C, Chanton Stevenson, on the offensive and defensive lines. The line's definitely looking a lot more refined than they have in years past, and we shall see what kind of difference he makes this upcoming week as the Patriots open up the schedule. In the secondary, we have a couple of veterans in the defensive secondary. That's also a group that has stood out. So let's take a couple players and break down their performance so far during the course of camp. One of the first guys I want to talk about is C.J. Murray, number 2, defensive back. Chauncey, as we affectionately call him, is a captain. He leads these band of brothers in the Patriots secondary, and he has made some plays in camp. He sets the vibe and sets the tone for a very productive and positive practice. Individually, CJ moves the ball with great instincts. And when he's around the ball, and when you're around the ball in general in football, good things are bound to happen. So make sure you take a look at number 2 on the field. You definitely be around the ball pretty quickly. Another one that I want to mention, Damian Harvey, where's number 4. The chemistry on defense has started to gel as soon as Harvey moved to the middle linebacker spot. He's a strong voice that's also level-headed and calm. He has a military background, which makes him assertive, yet at the same time doesn't get people scattered or freaking out or what have you. He comes downhill fast to the ball. His instincts are something that you really can't teach. The only question that we have to see is, will he be able to handle larger linemen, especially coming downhill? But again, with a revamped defensive line, the race to get to the middle linebacker in terms of combo blocking is something that should be interesting to watch. So moving on, next player that I want to talk about in the secondary is Malik Liverman, another secondary veteran, moving more towards the rest of the unit after being kind of like on an island by himself. He works well in the unit, even better now this year than in years past. When working in tandem with the rest of the defense, he can have plays come his way more often. We saw that on a tip ball that we saw in practice the other day, where he kind of tipped the ball, kept it in play, and allowed his teammate to return it for a touchdown. He also was heavy in recruiting. He has a couple of brothers that he brought with him to the team that will also make a name for themselves, just adding a dynamic to the family that we absolutely love at the Patriots. So definitely great to have him back for this season. Another one that was really a standout, especially in the beginning of part of camp, was Raydell Jones, also called Booby. Booby moved from the defensive line to the offensive line. A huge bright spot this season. After being torn up so much from playing on other teams last year, he played on 2 or 3 teams. Booby is spinning and grinning all his way in Patriot land in 2018. He's more patient and is adding some veteran moves to his raw power game that he's had in years past, playing more smart than just hard. So Coach C has definitely turned this guy into a monster. Speaking of that group, when we talk about Liverman and some of the guys, one of the, call him Leak, one of Leak's guys is Christopher Uribe. He's playing the running back position. He definitely has caught the eyes of the coach, a very explosive running back that can be a highlight running back if he continues to work hard and listen. In practice, he is definitely developing. He listens and follows, and he could be a great asset in that backfield. And in that backfield, we also have coming back Edward Laurie. In that backfield, we also have Edward Laurie, who was going back and forth between different positions and different spots until he finally found an identity for himself as Old Reliable, and gives you consistency that made him have a breakout year last year. We're going to look to develop that again this year. We know what he has to offer. He continues to perfect what he is, and instead of trying to be a new version of this or a new version of that, he's continuing to progress in the path that he's in, which is very encouraging. One of the other players that definitely stood out as well, there's a lot of standouts, but Ruben Kears. Ruben Kears is a former New York Spartan guy, one of the older guys on the team, a mentor, again, working hard, having a lot of fun with these guys. Between him and Nathaniel Terry being the older guys on the team, definitely on the path of these young guys in terms of being led by guys that are a little bit more seasoned and know how to do this thing is something that is definitely priceless, especially as we got we've been infused with a lot of rookies that are really, really young, like not even 19 years of age yet. Some of those guys include Kelvin Mesa, who's done a really good job on the line. Derek Duran, who's just gotten into camp, but he's looking good. Who else? There's, again, a bunch of guys. Jordan Miro, another guy that when you look at him, you don't think that he's going to do that much damage, but even as a rookie, he's really, really standing out and making a name for himself. So we do definitely have some polishing to do. We have things that we need to work on, but it's still early. But again, this year was about not leaving anything on the table and making sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do in order to get wins in the standings. And a lot of things. We got our blue jumpsuits, we have red sweatshirts, we have footballs with our name on it, we have a ton of hats as well. A lot of stuff for sale, so you can check out the pioneer-league.com/NYPatriots so you can get your team gear as well. So when we hit the road, we'll be hitting the road in style. Unveiling 2 new jersey colors this year. We have the red jerseys that are coming out first. The red jersey design and the black jersey design. Of course, we had to go with the gray, the red, and the blue, as we have the patriotic theme. And then as a special treat for the guys working so hard and being an absolute spectacular bunch of guys to work with, we ended up with the black jersey as well, which we will debut in upcoming weeks as well, especially for our night games, wearing the all black. So again, it's been an absolute ton of fun. We are practicing at McCoon's Dam Park on Mondays and Wednesdays between 7 o'clock and 9:30. And then since we're fully into games, the weekends are now in full game mode. So that's pretty much it. We will have more information on the Canada trips and exactly what we're doing in regards to that, and more media outlets, and especially with our Pioneer League brothers and sisters as well. Cheerleaders, the whole bit, and we'll give you that in our second edition of Battle Ready in upcoming weeks. But for the New York Patriots, this is David Patterson.
War ready. I'm war ready. We 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 war ready. Strapped up and I'm ready. Strapped up and I'm ready. If this a problem on a 50 where you can catch me, my squad always with me, my squad always with me. You lags, you can't hit me, I swear we too shifty. Lift the weight so we war ready, on the field so we game ready. In the gym we battle ready, come kick off, you know we ready.